Hey, welcome to video number 171 of Walker This Way with Hazel Walker, the queen of all things
BNI and networking.
I am Mark Simmons. Hazel, you know, when I work with clients in my consulting business, and we work on strategic planning, and I have a group of people in front of me, and part of strategic planning is mission, vision, values, all those things. And a lot of companies already have their mission statements. And you say to these group of people, so what's your company's mission statement? What's the mission statement? I don't know if we have one. And someone in the room go, oh no, we do. It's like in a frame in the lobby, but nobody knows what it is. And companies
And
don't
usually
live a
they're way
mission.
too long.
They're way too long. They're not really a mission. They might be a vision. They might
It's
be
more a purpose, right?
Yeah. And one of the cool things, and this was my noticing, and I've noticed this years ago in BNI, is one of the great things about BNI is their mission drives everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I see over your right shoulder, BNI's mission.
There's our mission statement.
Yeah. So what's
But
the mission?
we forget that we have a mission statement, and we probably need to put this. It's prominent on our walls out here in the office, and you'd see the same thing if you went to Global. The mission statement is with the values very bold on their walls. And it's important for us that we remind chapters what our mission is, because they get bored and they forget,
Mhm.
right? It's like businesses have mission statements, but they get caught up in other things and they go way off mission. Our chapters do exactly that same thing, right? They go way off mission. And our goal and job is to constantly bring them back to the mission statement. Right? So there are certain things in this mission statement that really the members, the membership committee, the leadership team should all pay attention to.
Yeah. So I'll read it in parts, and then you talk about it.
Okay.
So, because there's some full stops in here, even though it's one big sentence. So
yeah.
Our mission is to help members increase their business, period.
Correct. It's our business. That is our job, is to help them increase their business. That's why we track thank you for closed business, to make sure people are passing the referrals back and forth. We're not here for fundraising. We're not here for have big parties and social events. We're here to help our members increase their business. Right. That's the purpose of a chapter as well as our purpose.
Right.
Right.
And then the next part is the way we do it. And we do it through a structured, positive, and professional marketing program, period.
This one is important because I have two chapters that I have to pay close attention to all the time. They're very heavily male, and they've been together a lot. Most of the members, there's a lot of members in there that are longtime members, and they're bigger chapters. And so they tend to become a little unprofessional, and they say things that are unprofessional. Mm-hmm. So we're constantly having to have that conversation about, you're a professional business organization and you want to attract lots of different kinds of people into the room. We need to get the feathers out of my office because my nose is tickling. So we've got to keep bringing our chapters back there. One, are you minding our structure? Our agenda is very structured. Are we running a structured meeting, or is it just willy-nilly everywhere? Is it positive? Have you ever been to a chapter, Mark, where you walk in there and it's just like gloom and doom?
Never. Yes, often.
Gloom and doom. And those are also the same chapters that quite often are mad at us because BNI is not working for them.
Yeah.
Going back to our last conversation, right? They're all usually chapters that are a little bit upset with us. So positive, you don't want people standing up and giving gloom and doom scenarios into the room, because you want to keep it as positive as possible. And you want to attract positive people into the group. And then last but not least, is it being structured, positive, and professional? Is our membership committee really paying attention to who they're bringing into the room also? Yeah.
Complacency sets in sometimes, and a chapter goes from being a business group, which is what they are, to a social club.
So, yeah, they just become I call them the hot tub clubs.
Yeah, and I guess let's point out right now too, is now that chapters are going back to more in person,
Mhm.
this is the opportunity to get out of that non-conducive to BNI venue that you might be in, like a noisy bar that's not
That
laid out
is,
properly or
well,
something.
I think one of the things that's going to help us with that is we're going to stop allowing chapters to meet in bars because it's
Yeah.
not professional. It's not a good representation of who we are. And they need to be meeting in professional locations. So we're going to start taking a little bit of a stand on that. But the reality is that speaks to who they are.
Right.
They're
And the
just a
chapter
laid back
culture.
club.
Definitely. All right. So that's an important part of the structure. And the funny thing with structure is a lot of people, especially entrepreneurs, like, I don't like structure. But you know, if you wake up at 10 and you watch Oprah and then you have some breakfast every day, that's your structure. You still have structure, my friends.
And
And
it's the structure that makes us work as well as we do, because other people will join and go, you know, I love the structure because I belong to this other organization. No one ever showed up.
yeah. All right. So then the next part is we have Positive Professional, and it's a referral marketing program. That's what it is.
That's what it's not leads. Right? If you're getting leads, your job is to go sit down with the person passing you leads and educate them about what a referral is for you.
Yeah.
Right? It's not a leads club. We're not a social club, right? It's a referral marketing. And we're also, we don't do cold calls. That's not the deal. Now, there's some people who say, just give me all the leads. I love cold calls. And
Yeah,
that's
cool.
up to them to decide if that's what they want to do.
Yeah.
But it is a referral marketing program.
Yeah. Qualified referral. Actually, that's the
Yeah.
triangle of the three people.
Yeah.
Right?
It takes 3 people to be in a referral. Exactly.
Yeah. And what that program does is it enables them to develop, build, here's the key words, long-term meaningful relationships.
Long-term meaningful relationships. Exactly. And, you know, I've had a couple one-to-ones recently with some of the members, and they've told me about some of the, because they've been members who've been in for a while. And they've told me stories about people in their chapter they have great relationships with that go beyond BNI. Like they've become friends outside of BNI, or they've become professionals and done joint ventures and things together. Right? So it's meaningful relationships that that are going to last a lifetime.
Right. I love when I go over this in chapters and I ask at this part, the financial plan, who's a financial planners in the room, and I ask them, okay, so I'm going to give you $10,000 today. I will be back in 2 days for my $20,000. They're like, what? No, this is like a long-term investment, right? Well, it's the same thing as building these relationships. It's around trust and credibility, and it takes time. Trust takes time.
Yeah, it's absolutely exactly the same thing. You're constantly investing, right, into your network. You're investing into your network to build that trust, to build that relationship for those long-term meaningful relationships.
And hey, what do you know, in the BNI program, it kind of directs people to have one-to-ones to build those relationships and to talk, doing weekly and feature presentations to build those relationships. What?
And we do encourage chapters to have social events outside their meeting. Absolutely. Right? We do encourage them to get together socially, especially in their power teams and contact spheres, because that also helps them build the relationship, but that's not the purpose of the meeting.
Yeah. And then the last part of this, and this is a key part too, because this is an important part of BNI not being for everyone, is building those relationships with quality business professionals.
And that one, I remind the membership committee about all the time. Yeah. Are you interviewing and making sure you're putting in quality business professionals, that they've got the skill level that you want and you would be proud to refer to, that they're licensed, that they're insured, that if they're carrying your business card, you would be proud to have them carry your business cards, right? Quality business professionals. Do they look the part? Do they have a good attitude? What are all of the things that make up a quality business professional for your chapter?
Right.
And we tell chapters to be selective, because BNI is not for everybody. It's not for that startup that started yesterday. They're not ready for this most of the time. It's for the person that's been around a little bit, but but especially that they are the quality, and quality goes for a lot of things, and they need to spell that out
Yeah.
themselves, what that means to them when they're interviewing.
Right. And most times the quality business professionals will also have a network,
Mhm.
which is important to have in BNI is have a network. But that's why we have the interview and vetting process. And it's okay to say no. Membership committees, it's okay to say no. In fact, you should be saying no.
And I think Mark Graber and I have both said multiple times, we know a chapter's really healthy and they're on the right track to do the things to put quality people in when they start declining applications,
Exactly.
right? And if they happen to make a bad choice, then they don't renew.
Yeah.
And if they've got business professionals that are sitting down in that gray on the traffic lights and they're constantly there, is that the quality business professional you want in your room?
Yes. And yes, we know they're nice people, just BNI might not be for them right now.
Right.
And that's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
And actually, we're seeing a lot more chapters really paying attention to that, which is really good because it really levels up the chapter as a whole, and they start to start to grow by members, and they also grow by the closed business they're all doing. So there's a method to the madness, right?
Yep.
So let's read it one more time. BNI, our mission is to help members increase their business through a structured, positive, and professional referral marketing program that enables them, which is all of you, to develop long-term meaningful relationships with quality business professionals. That's what it is.
That's what we do,
Stick
day in
to the
and
mission.
day out.
All right, Hazel, on to our next mission. Till next time.
See you then.
Bye.